Okay, so we are now live. See, I planned it to be live on a particular time only, right? But whenever we start to live stream, so I just to switch on all of these softwares. Okay, I need to start all of these softwares. Okay. Suddenly everything just goes slow. Okay, पूरी चीजें बहुत ही slow हो जाती. ठीक है. I have already purchased a 320 GB SSD for this, but still the problem is the same. Okay, I have upgraded my configurations also. Okay, and again today also the mic is not got corrected, right? So I hope there are no problems on audio quality as I'm using the laptop's audio mic. Okay, if there are any problems you can let me know in the comment box. Okay, so first of all let me know whether I am audible or not. Okay, so I think one of the students have already asked about the link. I have already shared these lecture links into the group में ये lecture link already मैंने share किया हुआ है. ठीक है. So let's start with this today's lecture. Okay. Today we are about to complete this fourth lecture, not this third. Okay. So yes, see, everything is just being slow. मतलब कुछ भी करो, whatever what you can do. अगर आपने डिसाइड किया है अगर लाइव होना पर्टिकुलर टाइम में उस टाइम पे तो लाइव नहीं होगी. ठीक है, because of all of these. Only this gives a kind of what you can say frustration. At least the tech devices should this support me, but still they don't. Right. See, this is the lecture 4, right? In the last lecture, okay, we have seen about some part of like the origin of life. Okay, in that we have divided this theory into the ancient and this modern. Okay. So in the ancient we have seen the special creation theory. Okay, we have seen the theories of panspermia. Okay, so these were the other 4 to 5 theories were there which we have seen. Okay, then we have gone through this modern this theory. Okay, in that we have seen what this origin of universe was there. Okay, in that we have seen the Big Bang. Okay, how the Earth got created. Okay, and again as I have told you earlier, these are the short versions of my lectures. So those who want to attend the full length lectures, they will have to join the paid batches, right? So and those who don't have that much money, so that's why this is the shorter version has been created, right? कि आप 4,000 के notes purchase करो, you should purchase the 4,000 notes and then you can watch this YouTube lectures. Okay. So that will also suffice for your preparation, right? So now that will be subjected to you. So whether you want to join the full length this paid batch or rely on the YouTube plus notes. Okay, that is up to you. Okay. Next is the now we are going to see what are the Oparin's thesis are. Okay, so these were the 3 steps which we have already seen. That is these are the 3 components of the Oparin's thesis, like the chemogeny, biogeny, and cosmogeny. Okay, so chemogeny में क्या था? Right. So what was there in the chemogeny? Like there will be the formation of different chemical components across the earth at that time. Okay, maybe for 5 to 6 billion years ago, after 3.5 to 4 billion of years ago, or even before that. Okay. Maybe this kind of chemical evolution might have occurred. So there may be formation of the amino acid से proteins बने होंगे, protein से और अगर enzymes बने होंगे, there also the formation of some other carbohydrates, hydrocarbons, okay, these fats, lipids, okay, all of these organic inorganic components are there. There was a chemical evolution of these organic and inorganic chemical components, right? And these once these organic and chemical evolution has occurred, now that will ultimately seed for the future formation of what you can say biotic life. You can जो biotic life जो है ना वो यहीं से form होगी. Okay, it will arise from here on, right? Now that was the next step, which was the biogeny. एक बार अगर chemical evolution हुआ, once the chemical evolution have occurred, okay, that will gives rise to the formation of biogenetic life. Okay, that will be the biogenesis. वो जो biogenesis होगा, that will be this biogenesis. Okay, and once the life has formed, then there will be definitely this development of the cognitive behaviors among that life. So that will be the cognogen. Okay. So these are the three basic principles, three basic parts of the Oparin's theory. Yeah? Okay. And next is the what we can say the experimental support to the Oparin thesis. We have already seen that is the Miller's apparatus. Okay. So Oparin uh, in the wheel biology actually these Miller's apparatus has been given as a separate point. Okay, but we can support here. See, if you have been asked the question on Oparin's theory, then we should have to support your Oparin's theory with this experimental setup of Miller. Okay. अगर आपको Oparin's theory पे आंसर लिखना है, then you should not only write about the theories and facts which the Oparins have given. Okay. You should also be required to give this experiment, which is actually proving the Oparin's theory. That is the Miller's experiment, Miller's spark charge apparatus, or you can also call it as Miller-Urey apparatus. Okay. ये आपको this experimental proof करना है. We have already seen, so I am not going to explain what is happening here. Okay. Basically, whatever this water vapors and other gases are there, they are going to subject it to the electric discharge here. So here the formation of amino acids will be there, which are going to be settled in this area, right, in this tube. Next, the results of this experiments where the synthesis of the amino acids have occurred. बहुत सारे organic compounds form, many organic compounds are formed like the HCl. Okay, then purines and parabenines. Okay, different kind of organic compounds, hydrocarbons, were found to be synthesized in that experiment. Okay. So that Stanley Miller said that as these experimental setups are proving that these amino acids, the carbohydrates, the hydrocarbons, and other components are forming in that particular apparatus, that means Oparin's theory must be true. Okay. Oparin's theory can be true. At that time also, the similar atmospheric conditions were there at the time of primitive Earth. Okay, there was similar collection of the gases where there is ammonia, this methane, water vapor in the atmosphere were there. There were a lot of energy sources were there, like the UV radiations, the volcano, and other things. Okay, so all of that throughout this Earth might have resulted into the what? Formation of these kind of amino acids and hydrocarbons at that time. Okay, and once these organic compounds are formed, now this is a kind of a seed for the origin of life. Okay, यहीं से तो अभी life बनेगी. Okay, what will happen? Some of the components out of it will form sac-like structures like this. Okay, and slowly what will happen? These sac-like structures will become life. इनमें क्या आ जाएगी? धीरे-धीरे जान आ जाएगी sac-like structures. ठीक है. Now next part is what? Chemical origin of life. Okay, so the chemical origin में क्या होगा ना? Chemogeny में क्या होगा? There will be the synthesis, as we have said, there will be the synthesis of different organic compounds. ये सारे जो organic compounds हैं, now which are those organic compounds? Like the hydrocarbons हैं, acetylene. Okay, इनके derivatives हैं. Okay, the derivatives of these are like the aldehydes. Okay, different carbohydrates होंगे, maybe like the glucose. Okay, and different fatty acids. Okay, and glycerols. Okay, and also the formation of different amino acids. Okay, so the chemogeny में क्या होगा? These different organic compounds will get synthesized. ये जो different organic compounds है वो synthesize होंगे chemogeny, right? See, the Haldane considered, okay, see all of these components which got synthesized at that time on the primitive Earth. Okay, maybe they are synthesized anywhere, but ultimately as they are solid, so most of them got settled into the water. Okay, or many of them are itself got synthesized in the water, ocean water itself. Okay. ऐसा अर्थ नहीं होता और ऐसा वाटर नहीं होता. This is just for an example. ठीक है, consider करो कि this is earth and this is the water which you can see. Okay. So what is being said by the Haldane is that as these different organic compounds, these aldehydes, ketone, amino acid, hydrocarbons are there in this water, so that this water is considered as an hot dilute soup. Okay. अभी आप जो soup पीते हो, okay, whatever soup you have, what you have in it, similar compounds like this only. So that's why Haldane considered that phase of that oceanic water having these different organic compounds into it as a what? Hot dilute soup. Okay. See, these are terminologies will be very much important, because if you want, the UPSC may ask a question on this, like what is the hot dilute soup? So for that you will have to explain everything before that and everything after that. So basically you will have to explain about the chemogeny. Hot dilute soup क्या है? अगर ऐसा UPSC ने पूछा तो आपको ये बोलना पड़ेगा कि what is chemogeny. Okay. So for that chemogeny, to understand about the chemogeny, you will also have to introduce about the Oparin's theory. That along with the chemogeny, biogeny was also there, homogeny was also there. Right? ये भी आपको पूछना पड़ेगा. Right? Next is, this is the, now see whatever the formation of organic compounds are there, we can summarize. If you don't have time in the exam to write about it, you can just summarize that in this diagram. ये diagram draw करके भी आप वो पूरा जो point है वो cover कर सकते हैं. Okay. What is there in this diagram? It is just being said that these different components are there, like the carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, methane, water vapor, all may be there. Okay. So these are going to what? Carbides, methane, ammonia, hydrogen cyanide. These are going to subjected to what? To the lava and other energy sources. Ultimately, they are going to get heated. Okay. So, जब ये heat होंगे, when they are, all of these components are going to be subjected to the heat. Okay. तब क्या होगा अगर हर एक इन सब पूरे compound को अगर energy दे दिए in the form of radiations, UV radiation, electric spark, तब क्या होगा? They will form these different components like this. They will form different compounds like this means what? क्या क्या form करेंगे वो? They will form like unsaturated hydrocarbons like ethylene, oxygen. Okay. ये भी फॉर्म करेंगे. जब हम क्या करेंगे, ये वाले जो कंपोनेंट्स को हम एनर्जी को सब्जेक्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. सो वंस वी हैव दीज डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट्स, अगर ये एक बार फॉर्म हो गया, देन दे आर गोइंग टू गेट फर्दर, सी दे आर गोइंग टू डेवलप सम एंजाइमेटिक एक्टिविटी, so they will initiate a chain of events, chain of chemical reactions which will form different kind of these compounds. Okay. एक बार कोई पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनिक ग्रुप फॉर्म हुआ या फिर अमीनो एसिड फॉर्म हुआ या फिर प्रोटीन फॉर्म हुआ, तो क्या होगी, इट विल हैव उसको उसका खुद का एक्टिविटी होगा, एंजाइमेटिक एक्टिविटी होगा. राइट. सो वो क्या करेगा, बहुत सारे रिएक्शंस को इनिशिएट करेगा और वो अल्टीमेटली फॉर्म करेगा डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स. राइट. सो द कंपाउंड्स लाइक इट मे फॉर्म अल्कोहल्स, aldehydes like the glycerol. Okay. This will again acted upon these by this UV rays or electric discharge. इस पे और भी UV rays और electric discharge रिएक्ट करेगी और अल्टीमेटली और भी क्या फॉर्म करेगी, और क्या फॉर्म हो सकता है, अमीनो एसिड एंड aldehyde. Okay, such kind of compounds will form. Okay. So this is just the chain of events which will occur, which might have occurred at that time during the chemogeny or the organic development of the organic compounds at the time of chemogeny. Okay. So just a minute. Next is what? Formation of, next page will be the formation of complex organic molecules. ठीक है. एक बार हमने organic compounds form हुआ, now क्या होगा, now the next phase will be the formation of complex organic molecules. Okay. Simpler से complex बनेंगे. That means what? This entire this evolution is going towards the complexity of life. See, our structure of body is a complex, we can say. Okay. The amoeba structure of body is the complex. Sorry, a simpler one. Right. So when this configuration or the structure of the formation of these different these compounds is going from simpler to complex, we can say it is in a kind of a state of evolution. Okay. So इसी में क्या, what has happened in this, the polymerization and the condensation have occurred of these compounds which have already been synthesized. जो कुछ भी पहले फॉर्म हुआ था, like these compound, अब इनका क्या होगा, polymerization होगा. Okay. एक they will attach with themselves. Okay. एक दूसरे को अटैच करके उनका polymerization होगा. कंडेंस होगा मीन्स क्या होगा, मे बी एसिटिलीन, aldehyde, ग्लूकोज, HCl, ऐसे बहुत सारे कंपाउंड आएंगे. ऑल ऑफ दिस कंपाउंड विल कंबाइन एंड दे विल कंडेंस एंड दे विल फॉर्म something different. Right. So that kind of reactions will happen and ultimately we will get different compounds like the polysaccharides, the fats, lipids. ऐसे बहुत सारे derived products हमें मिलेंगे. Right. So with this only there will also be a formation of the proteinoids. Okay. Proteinoids कैसे form होंगे, the protein, see whatever the proteins which are going to be formed into that hot dilute soup, no? They are going to get heated. Okay. They are going to get heated and then they are going to form a kind of a clump or aggregate. Right. Now these clumps or aggregates of these different proteins are actually showing activity like the enzymes. Okay. ये जो प्रोटीन के clumps और aggregates हैं, right, वो क्या शो करते हैं, वो एंजाइम की तरह ही बिहेव करते हैं. Okay. Which are known as these proteinoids. Right. Now these proteinoids can show their enzymatic activity. Right. So now the thing is that there are two possibilities are there because of these proteinoids and the actions of it. Okay. जो proteinoids form हो रहे और whatever the actions they are going to initiate, enzymatic actions which they are going to initiate, what will happen? They may start to accumulate in these sac-like structures. Right. सैक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर में ये पूरे accumulate होंगे या फिर एंगल में, different kind of possibilities of reactions are there, right? But consider this is and also one of the these possibilities, right? Now what it has been said that whatever these sac-like structures are there, okay, we have two options. Okay, the scientists have proposed two names for these sac-like structures. One is the co-sorbate, which we have already seen in the case of Oparin. Okay, ये जो sac-like structure form होंगे at that time, okay, कब फॉर्म होंगे? ये डिफरेंट जो ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स एक दूसरे से साथ कंबाइन होंगे, कंडेंस होंगे, पॉलीमराइज होंगे और वो क्या फॉर्म करेंगे? sac-like स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म करेंगे, ठीक। now कौन से टाइप्स के sac-like स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म होंगे? इसके दो ऑप्शंस हैं। Either they will form the co-sorbate, which we have seen in the case of Oparin, or they can form microspheres. Okay. So कुछ scientists बोलते हैं that these co-sorbates are actually forming this first protocell. Protocell means what? The compound or the form of the life which is just prior to what? The living cell. Okay. वो है protocell. Okay, we can say. और कुछ scientists बोलते हैं, some scientists say that the microspheres are forming. Microspheres are those components which are actually forming what? These the protocell. Okay? So we'll see, we compare both of them, right? The co-sorbates characters, which we have seen some of them earlier characters, like they can just store enzymes into it, right? So they can show the enzymatic activity also. Okay, they are also a kind of an enclosed in a membrane, right? Then they also show the biological the system, the characteristics which are similar to the biological system. Okay, कौन-कौन से characters हैं जो co-sorbate show करता है similar to the biological system? Like they are going to be naturally selected. Okay, वो form हो गए. Okay, naturally, right? They are going to chemically directive means what? कुछ particular ही chemical composition होगा उस particular co-sorbate का. Okay, वो if it is having some particular affinity for a hydrophilic component, then it will allow an hydrophilic component to come in. Okay, इसके अंदर अगर hydrophilic component के लिए affinity होगी तो hydrophilic component ही जाएगा अंदर, right? So they are chemically directive, and last is they can reproduce. That means what? We can just cut them into half and we will form what? हम वो एक का दो भी बना सकते हैं by cutting them into half, right? So these are some of the characteristics which scientists say are similar to these biological systems. Okay. Now the other example, which is the microsphere. Okay. See, the microspheres are basically what? Small spherical stable aggregates of proteinoids. Okay. ये भी again क्या है? Proteinoids के ही these aggregates है, kind of stable and smaller aggregates are there, right? But these are actually the leading or the forerunners to becoming what? Protocell. Okay. Reasons क्या है? What are the supporting reasons are there? See, ये जो microspheres है वो these are more stable. Okay, stable भी है. Okay, and they have double layer covering. Okay. See, cell में आप अपनी जो whatever the cell we have, okay, whatever the cells are there, these are also doubly layered, right? So that's why it is said that these are also doubly, microspheres are also doubly spread, doubly layered. So that's why maybe these microspheres का ही ultimately क्या बना हो? Protocell बना हो. The first, what you can say, this form just before the living cell. Okay. Then these, whatever these aggregates are there or whatever these microspheres are there, okay, they can also communicate among themselves. Suppose these are 4 microspheres are there. Okay, ये 4 microspheres है, right? So all of these 4 microspheres can communicate in between among themselves, like they have cell junctions. Okay. So we have seen the cell junctions in the case of development biology. Okay. तो जैसे दो सेल एक दूसरे से बातें करती है, as the two cells interact with each other, okay, the same kind of interaction or communication can also seen in this microsphere. Okay. Now there are also some other characteristics are also there, which are of this microsphere, which make them perfect candidate to become what? To become a protocell. Okay. So though I hope you have understood co-sorbate also and microspheres also. Both of them can form this protocell. Okay. Now this is the part which we will see in this lecture. Okay. Tomorrow lecture we will complete this origin of life and we will move on to the next part. Okay. We'll try to. Okay. But still there are a lot of problems are there, but I will try to make it concise. Okay. So if you have any query, you can ask in the comment box. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next lecture. कुछ query है? Yes, I can see 2 students live. अगर आपको कुछ query है तो आप पूछो. Otherwise, we are going to stop here. ठीक है. I'm going to upload these lectures are already available on the YouTube, so don't does not require to be uploaded. PDF I may share. I may share the PDFs. DP Money Psychias, it voice is not clear. Good morning. Okay. See, as I have said, na, the voice problems may be there as I'm using this laptop's this mic. Okay. But let's see tomorrow's lecture में whether this power this wireless cord get connected or not. Okay. See, I also have a wired mic also. Okay. But that is also not getting connected. These are all technical issues. Okay. Which I cannot solve. ठीक है? But still I will try to solve. Ultimately, as we have to conduct the entire lecture series, so मुझे ये पूरा चीजें अपडेट करनी ही पड़ेगी. ठीक है? So we will stop here. We will meet into the next lecture. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.